Welcome to my playthrough of Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. There's plenty of shrines, secrets, and memories to unlock, so sit back and relax. Thanks for tuning in. We're going to be continuing exactly where we left off in Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild by going to KAKARIKO Village. That's not how you pronounce it, but whatever. My name is BrianSaviano, aka Bricks O'Brien, and Link really wanted to dive off the ledge right there, but it wasn't gonna happen. It just was not in the cards. Nope. The heart of the cards is not with Link currently, and at the very top of the dueling peaks are two shrines that act as a brother and sister type deal, where they both, oh, these things appear, by the way. You can get rock salt if you haven't encountered enough of that on the internet already by looking at message forums about how Geno is not in Smash Bros. But you also have the two dueling peaks at the very top, and they are two shrines connected together where the answer to one of them lies in the other, and vice versa. When I actually did this myself, and I think I did it on video as well, I just looked up the answer. You have to place the certain, like, balls in a particular like set of different grid area. I don't know. We're gonna get to there eventually, but it's way up high on a peak, and I don't feel like going between the two. So you're supposed to travel between the two and figure out the puzzle, but no. Timing is critical. Well, I will be the judge of that. Thank you very much. And so yeah, a lot of the puzzles that are in the game involve a ball into the hole type situation, which is exactly what that was right there. I'm actually going to switch between, I forgot what the runes were, or like how to access them. It's up on the D-pad, sword is left, and I got it wrong. Shield is left, sword is right. Okay, so now we have to have more perfect timing here to get this done correctly. Ooh, I see you, okay. And, ooh, so close. So close. All right, one more time. And then now. Oh yeah? Cool. And you can tell that it's been a long time since I played the game because I totally forgot this puzzle okay, I should have just waited there. But I totally forgot that this puzzle was a thing, and it was one of the first puzzles we probably ever did in the initial Legend of Zelda playthrough. So now it's like, all right, well, I forget all of this stuff, which is good. I really wanted that because I wanted to make this as authentic as I possibly could for you know, a new playthrough. So the ball is where? Over here? Okay. And ooh, close. Very close, but not quite. Close, but not quite. And I totally messed that one up. Absolutely, 1000%. 1000%. Okay. So it's got to launch off of here. There we go. Look at that. Flawless victory. And I did that thing again where I didn't wait on the platform where it clearly was going to be, but whatever. Now that we have all of the runes, every single shrine in the game can now be completed in any order you want them to. Obviously, some are more difficult than others, and some are meant to be... I don't know how I would actually get that at all. Some are meant... I totally messed up right there. I'm like, what? Oh. Okay. I getcha. Oi. Let's go over here. There we go. Yeah. Cool. So now I can actually just swing the barrel there and get that chest off of the ledge right there. But, some are meant to be more difficult than others in terms of completing the shrines, obviously. Like, this one is supposed to be relatively easy because we're so close to the beginning of the game in KAKARIKO Village. But maybe acquiring this chest right here is supposed to be... Oh! What am I supposed to... Wait, hold on. Am I supposed to do this? Climb up here? No. Okay. I thought I just swipe it off of there. Or do I really need both? Do I actually need both? Let's see here. I didn't think I did, but alright. Yeah, I thought I could hit the thing off of there and get that done, but alright. There's nothing up there. Okay. You know, it's all live, baby. Well, not live, but, like, I'm figuring things out as they appear, you know? Uh-oh. Nope. Nope, come here. You come here. Don't move yet. Not quite yet. There we go. And then, if I don't get it right here, then whatever. You know what? Whatever. I don't care. Because most of the time, everything that's in those chests are actually not even worth it. You get maybe an extra shield or an extra sword, but it's nothing ever really, like, revolutionary, groundbreaking. It's just kind of whatever. The most valuable things I've ever seen been in them are diamonds, which are worth, I think, 1,000... No, like, maybe 3,000 rupees, which you may say, yeah, that's a ton of money. But you accumulate so much money over the game anyways, or rupees, I should say. You accumulate rupees over the course of the game anyways, that it's not really that big of a deal to miss out on something like that. And money is not the most important thing in most games and in life and in Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild as well. So, take that. Now, we want to go same direction we've been going in. But now that we have cleared out that area, we're going to evade those Lizalfos that are clearly right there. But they are going to go upstream and try to run after us. And you know what we're going to do? None of that nonsense, excuse me. Just travel as far away from here. So if you notice on the left side over there, there were actually some rocks that kind of loaded in as we got closer to them. Some things actually had that happen. Ooh, and I lit that thing on fire, and now that exploded everyone over there. Great. So things like that happen in the game too. And you're almost done, actually. Now you're done. Cool. And that unlocked the chest over there. Would you look at that? I forget what I was saying. Totally draw blank. 100,000% drew blank. But you know what? That's fine too. And most of the items that are over there in these type of chests too are kind of useless also. So I never really go after them. And if I do encounter them, it's like, oh, okay, cool, whatever, you know. Most of the items I found that are worthwhile and cool are actually like out in the open or being held by enemies, so keep that in mind too. So this is one of the cooler types of areas in the game. These are horse stables, but before we go over there, we're going to do this shrine over. Actually, can we? Nope. Wait. We can. Watch this. Do this. Uh-huh. Yep. There we go. Just like that. Boom. There's a solution to our problem. Ha-ha. Tee-hee. Ho-ho. Now, how are we going to get out of here? Don't ask any questions like that, because I have no idea. I got no idea whatsoever, but, you know, we'll figure it out as we meow it out, you know what I mean? Funnily enough, this challenge involves exactly what we used to get in here. Cryonis. And I really... I'm so annoyed that I keep forgetting how to use this game's controls. And it does a great job of actually showing you how to use each of the different things in the game too. So Cryonis you can use on a like a pond or something, even like on the side of a wall here. So here, that's going to be helpful to transport the ball. And actually, that's not what we want to do. We want to make that go right here to actually stop the ball and have that actually... Nope. Okay, cool. I want that to go there. That way, that can hit there, that can hit there, and boom. Nope. One more. One more, and we should be good, right? Please, fingers crossed. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. Done. Don't have to change anything. Fantastic. Awesome. Oh, we actually glide down that way. Cool. So, there's actually a couple of challenges like this throughout the entire game that get incredibly difficult because you just, you don't quite know the pattern, and you just don't really know a couple things, which is fine. You know, that's good. I don't know where the special chest in the area was, but this is not meant to be a 100% playthrough by any means. So, if you were looking for every single little nook and cranny, every single little thing in general, well, ladies and gentlemen, you might be in a little bit of trouble overall. And I'm drinking water to clear out my everything, my system, my body, you know, all this toxic Diet Pepsi gets the better of you, and you're like, ugh, you're feeling it, you know. You gotta feel good to feel good, you know. And you gotta feel good to feel good. Quote of the night. We're up to 3 spirit orbs, and it is now nighttime. And these are horse stables, by the way. And these are really cool because they act as little, not mini towns, but they're places where, you know, people congregate. And it's a Dueling Peak stable here. And so if you have a horse, you can bring a horse here to register it. So you can basically call it from any other stable located throughout Hyrule. You can name the horse. You can put gear on the horse to make it a bit more resilient. And you can trade stuff here. There's other stuff like quests over here, but some people are sleeping. And you can change it to a certain time of day to get those people to wake up. But for now, we're not going to do any of that because, well, we have a mission to do, which is to go to KAKARIKO Village and find our good friend Impa. But you can see over here, there is another tower that is unmarked on the map. And if we look, it is just south, kind of. But you can see the sections of the map. So this is another section here. That's another section there. So basically, this is the edge of the map right there. Ideally, I would get every single one of them relatively soon. And most of them we can see within eyeshot of one location or another. So we'll go back for that one eventually. But for now, we'll make our way over to KAKARIKO Village. And I believe we are not required to have a horse, but it's recommended you have a horse. You can actually shoot arrows off of your horse. You can, you know, like, use your sword. You can do a bunch of stuff. There's this person here. I'm somehow still safe. Have you already been to the Spring of Wisdom? It is known that Princess Zelda visited the spring in prayer. I have a great deal of love and respect for her. Cool. Well, I have no idea what you're talking about, but I'm sure we're going to find out regardless. And you can actually play this game, too. Speaking of these different maps here, you can use this game without any maps on screen if you wanted to. You could go into this game entirely 100% blind and not use a map, which actually really makes it a lot more immersive for the entire experience here, because it's really a beautiful map, and you don't get too distracted by, you know, certain objective points that are on screen or whatever. You're just going from point A to point B and kind of mulling about, you know. You don't need to go to point A to point B. You can just kind of do whatever. So that's why I like playing without the map, but I've never actually done it. I like the idea of it, but I've never actually done it. So take my word of advice if you want to call it advice for what it is, but there you go. And KAKARIKO Village is just over this hill over here. And there's a ram. Looked like it was kind of maybe semi going to attack me, but regardless, no. That is a big pile of no. And if we look up ahead here, we're going to see one of the greatest characters of all time to ever grace the Legend of Zelda universe. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy. It's your boy Hestu. Shala. Wait, hold on. Shalaha. You can see me. I can see you. Shaza, shalahaza. It's been 100 years since anyone has been able to see me. I'm Hestu, and I need your help. Those monsters over there stole my beloved maracas. Oh no, I think they're still over there on the other side of those rocks. We gotta go save his maracas, and you actually unlock powers by going after his maracas, and you never have to deal with him ever again if you don't want to. It is incredibly important that you do so, and I will show you exactly why in a hot second here. So, let me tell you a little story as we get the maracas over here. I went to PAX East at this time last year, almost a year ago, exactly in a way. I'm gonna heal up before I die. Yeah, it was almost a year ago, exactly. And I was walking around the convention floor on, I think it was Saturday. Yeah, it was Saturday. And on the exterior of the convention hall, there's all sorts of panel rooms. So in the middle, there's a vendor's floor, and then on the perimeter, there's all panel rooms. And it kind of looks like the hotel. It kind of looks like a hotel on the exterior. there's all these like benches, and then there's, you know, food stands and whatever. And what I noticed was this weird thing sitting on a bench. And I'm like, all right, whatever. And then a couple hours later, I walked by that same area again, and it was still there. And I'm like, oh, okay. But what is that? And I went over there, and I was with a couple of my friends, and I'm like, that's the head of Hestu. Why is Hestu's head there? And it was somebody who had been cosplaying as Hestu, apparently, and I guess it was just left there for hours. And it was this really well done, well articulated, like handcrafted thing of Hestu's head, and it was just left there for hours. And I'm like, why would that be the thing? Why not take that with you? And my friends are like, well, maybe they went on a plane and they're not going to take it back with them. They just left it there. So also a thing here too. If you bring him Korok seeds, he'll be able to expand your inventory of shields, handheld or weapons, and then bows. So every time you do that, you'll be able to expand it a little bit more. It'll cost more every time, but now that we have a couple of them here, we can expand our inventory a lot. So that's good. We will go for the weapon stash for now. So I saw the Hestu head there, and there was a whole body that was made, and there were no maracas there. There was no like satchel there, but basically everything that Hestu was right there, like had that, and I'm like, that is amazing. Like, I can't just leave it here. So I went over to one of the enforcers there, and I'm like, hey, what's the deal with this thing over there? Is it, like, what is it? And she's like, I don't know, it's been there forever. Whatever. And she just didn't want to talk to me. I'm like, okay, whatever, cool. So instead of it just being, it was like on top of the trash. The head was on a bench, and the rest of the body was on top of the trash. So once I see you off, I'm going back to the forest. So yeah, now from this point on, you got to go to the forest to actually redeem your Korok seeds. We'll do that eventually too. But it was there, and I'm like, I don't want to just leave it here. Like, I want to take it and find the person who made the head, the whole thing of Hestu, and like say, wow, this is so cool. Why did you leave it there? So I'm not saying I took it. But I 100% took it, and I still have it. And I want to find the person that made this Hestu cosplay and be like, hey, you did a really good job here. And look how good it is. Like, that's clearly where, like, he put the face, you know, where his head was. And, like, this is all made out of, like, you know, the insides of, like, a pillow, like feathers. And this is, like, painted on. And all of this up top is paper mache. And I'm like, dude, this is so cool. Why would anyone just, like, throw this away? And so some people on the train ride home were like, oh, you look like a Pokemon. And I'm like, yeah, you're close, but not really. So, you know, I just want to find the person who did it and be like, man, you did a really good job. And I haven't worn it, but a couple of my friends did it. And, you know, you can actually see out of it and everything. I don't know if I'll wear it in a video. It seems kind of weird, but I do have it. So if you know the person who made the Hestu by any means of the internet, let me know, because this is really cool. Like, if I were one of those people, I would get the hashtag going, head of Hestu, and be like, hey, I want to find this. And I have a hotel room for PAX East this year, so I can actually, like, bring stuff to the hotel room and, you know, bring it back and whatever. And it can be a lot easier this time around instead of taking the train home back and forth every single day. And a couple of my friends are going to be with me, too. It's not just me, thankfully, because that would be very expensive. But I do want to bring it with me and actually figure out who got it and put, like, a sign around Hestu and be like, where's the hashtag head of Hestu? Yeah, that's how you solve some of the Korok seeds, by the way. Because it looks like when I was walking around with it in the hotel lobby after the convention was over for Saturday, it just looked like I was carrying around this decapitated Hestu head. It's like, oh, that's kind of weird. But, you know, I think it was really good. And no one asked for it, so I just took it. I just took it. So, you know, does that make me a bad person? I don't think so. Because it was in the trash. Like, it was on top of the trash. And clearly nobody was going to come back for it. I'm like, well, I don't want this work to just go to waste. I want it to actually live on in some way. And it looks really cool. And that looks like a weapon I can get. Oh, it's just arrows. Okay, cool. I'm like, what? No. Cool. Because sometimes that might have been a cool thing. Like, oh, there's a weapon up top. Go up and grab it. But this is KAKARIKO Village. This is where Impa is. And it's a really cool looking town. So we're going to be here for a little while. That is a tree branch I didn't necessarily want, nor did I need. But you know what? I got it anyway. So KAKARIKO is going to be a village that we come to not super duper often, but often enough. Clearly, there's a lot going on here because there's a little bit of lag kicking in. You can see there's a shop over here where you can buy some particular types of items, like new trousers or a tunic or anything like that. That's helpful for, you know, obviously resisting whatever enemies come near you. You can recommend that over there if you want to, but I'm still not going to buy it because it's kind of expensive. Oh, yeah, that's expensive for right now. Nope, I'm all set. So, we're going to upgrade our armor and stuff eventually, but not anything that I see right now that I think is worthwhile. But anyways, we can go... You there. Are you dare trespass upon Lady Impa's abode? Is that a Sheikah slate? But that would mean you are... No way, bro. You can't possibly be the chosen one. No way. Forgive us for behaving so rudely. Of course you may go see Lady Impa. Yes, of course, because I am the chosen one. But before we go and do that, I'm actually going to donate an apple to the fund here. And totally not get a Korok seed right here. Nope, not going to happen. Plot twist, yes, that is exactly what happens. And boom, there you go. So... the Korok seeds are either extremely noticeable or not noticeable at all. But in that case, that's a little bit more of a low-key one for you to go after. There's probably one on top of Impa's house too, but I'm not quite sure. Hello. A man? Is that such a crazy revelation? A Sheikah slate? Could you be the hero my grandmother told me about? What was his name? I think that's me, but you should let me go inside. My name is Paya. Should let me go in and say hi to your grandma. Maybe that'll be a bit more informative than you going on about... yeah, there we go. Cool. Please hurry inside. Okay, I will. Hello. Is that Impa, the boss?
Oh, you're finally awake. It has been quite a long time, Link. I am much older now, but you remember me, don't you? Oh.
What is the matter? You're looking at me as though I am a stranger to you. Those eyes, they lack the light of familiarity. It is I, courageous one, Impa. Surely you must at least remember the name Impa. I see. So you have lost your memory. Well, it matters not. In fact, that may actually be a blessing in disguise for the time being. Dearest Link, please come a bit closer. Come a little bit. 100 years ago. Yes, 100 years ago, the kingdom of Hyrule was destroyed. After you fell, Princess Zelda's final wish was to place you in a sacred slumber. And then, all alone, she went to face Ganon. Before Princess Zelda went to nobly meet her fate, she entrusted me with some words she wished to say to you. I've been waiting 100 years to deliver the princess's message. However, these words, which the princess risked her life to leave you, well, if you are to hear them, you must be prepared to risk your life as well. But I'm afraid that burden may be too much to bear while you are still without your memories. I leave the choice to you. When you feel you are ready to receive the princess's message, return to me. I'm ready. Yeah. Sure. Let's go for it. Not a memory to your name, yet you are as intent as ever to change forward with only to charge forward with your only courage and justice on your side. You have not changed one bit. Once a hero, always a hero.
Oh.
Very well. Since you lost your memory, I will recount for you all that has happened. How convenient.
The history of the royal family of Hyrule is also the history of Calamity Ganon, a primal evil that has endured over the ages. This evil has been turned back time and time again by a warrior wielding the soul of a hero and a princess who carries the blood of the goddess. With the passage of time, each conflict with Ganon faded into legend. So listen closely as I tell you of this legend that occurred 10,000 years ago. Hyrule was then blossoming as a highly advanced civilization. Even the most powerful monsters posed little threat to the denizens of the realm. The people thought it wise to utilize their technological prowess to ensure the safety of the land, should Calamity Ganon ever return. They constructed 4 mechanical wonders that came to be known as the Divine Beasts. They also built a legion of autonomous weapons called Guardians. The Divine Beasts were piloted by 4 individuals of exceptional skill from across the land. And thus, the plan to neutralize Ganon was forged. Upon Ganon's inevitable return to Hyrule, the princess and the hero fought alongside these 4 champions against this ancient evil. The Guardians were tasked with protecting the hero as the Divine Beasts unleashed a furious attack upon their terrible foe. And when the hero wielding the sword that seals the darkness delivered his final blow, the princess used her sacred power to seal away Calamity Ganon. Yeah.
100 years ago. In preparation for the foretold revival of Ganon, we strove to follow the lead of our ancestors of 10,000 years prior, but in the end, it doesn't even. Despite our best efforts and careful planning, we underestimated his power. In order to avoid making that grave mistake again, the princess left you these words. Free the 4 divine beasts. That's what she said. 4 divine beasts. So, to explain what Impa is explaining, but not in the text of here. There are 4 champions that we must go and talk to in order to get to the 4 divine beasts. Once we defeat those 4 divine beasts, it makes defeating Ganon that much easier. As you can see, basically, kind of sort of in the 4 quadrants of the map. Kind of except for the bottom right. There isn't really anything there. There's other stuff to do there, but not a divine beast. So... there is a particular order I do want to go in that is most effective for what I want to do. And you also get the ability to go to various locations along the map to unlock mementos, which help you get better context on what's actually happening in the game. That is a orb there That is a Sheikah heirloom that has been guarded by our tribe for generations. I must request that you not touch it. That does nothing throughout the entire game. It's just there and it looks cool. You can go up here if you want to, but as far as I know, there's not really anything to do up here. So yeah, you're going to be going back to Impa eventually once you get all of those memories, but for now, we're going to leave here and end off the video. We can go after any of the 4 divine beasts, but can also continue to explore the entirety of the map and get more of the towers, and that is exactly what we're going to do very soon. I want to thank you guys and girls for listening, watching, and tuning in to Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild on the Nintendo Switch. I'll see you again soon as we unlock more of the mysteries that this game has to offer. See you later. Bye.